Suddenly something happened to me, as I was having my cup of tea. Suddenly I was feeling depressed. I was utterly and totally stressed. Do you know you made me cry? No. Hello. Today I want to show you how to play Animal Instinct by the Cranberries. This song is from the album Bury the Hatchet from the year 1999, and it's one of my favorite tracks of the band. It's pretty easy to play, so if you're a beginner on the guitar, this should be something for you. This video is structured as follows. First of all, we'll check out the chords of the song. After that, we'll take a look at the strumming pattern. In the next chapter, we'll check out the details, the intricacies of the song, and finally, we'll play it together. So get your guitar and let's start.
We need E minor as the first chord. To do this, place your middle finger on the second fret of the A string and your ring finger on the second fret of the D string. Next we need A minor. To do this, place your middle finger on the second fret of the D string, your ring finger on the second fret of the G string and your index finger on the first fret of the B string. The next chord is called C add 9, a variation of the C major chord. To do this, place your ring finger on the third fret of the A string, your middle finger on the second fret of the D string and your little finger on the third fret of the B string. And the last chord we need for the verse is D major. To do this, please place your index finger on the second fret of the G string, your ring finger on the third fret of the B string and your middle finger on the second fret of the high E string. We'll vary this chord, but more on that later. Now we come to the chorus of the song. We need G major as the first chord for the chorus. To do this, place your ring finger on the third fret of the low E string, your middle finger on the second fret of the A string and your little finger on the third fret of the high E string. We already know the next chord from the verse, D major. For C major, place your index finger on the first fret of the B string, your middle finger on the second fret of the D string and your ring finger on the third fret of the A string. After the C major, we go back to D major, which would have done the first half of the chorus. The second half of the chorus of Animal Instinct starts again with G major. Followed by D major, followed by C major, and ends with A minor. Both the C major and the A minor chord will be varied a little over the course of this video, but we'll take a closer look at that in the next but one chapter.
Okay, these were the chords of the song, and now we'll check out the strumming pattern.
The strumming pattern, also known as rhythm pattern, is intended to illustrate which movements you make with your right hand on the guitar. Since the song is written in 4/4 time, this strumming pattern is also divided into 4 major main segments. It counts 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The arrows in the pattern show you the direction for your right hand. A down arrow means that you are also moving your hand down, whereas an up arrow is the opposite. The red arrow stands for a slightly stronger strike. The black arrows stand for a normal strike on the guitar, and the empty arrow stands for movement in the direction shown, but without a strike on the guitar. This means that you will continue to move your hand in the direction shown, but not touch the strings of your guitar. The only variation of this pattern occurs at the end of each verse on the D major chord. There, the empty arrow is replaced by a black arrow, which means that we play the strings regularly. The majority of the song, however, we play the pattern shown here. Now, let's take a look at the whole thing in practice. I will now show you at a slow pace how the pattern looks in practice. 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and now the variation and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we're playing together. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the verse, now the chorus follows. It's best to play along right away. And now let's increase the pace a little. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So now we know the chords and the pattern of the song. In the next chapter we'll take a look at the intricacies. At the end of each chorus in each verse there's a little variation in the chords, and this is what we will take a look at now.
I will now show you the variations of the verse in the chorus. Now let's take a closer look at the variation at the end of the verse. If you think you can, feel free to play along. As you've seen, we only vary the D chord with our little finger and the middle finger. And now the entire verse again. Very well, now let's look at the chorus. Here we vary the C major and A minor chords at the end of the chorus. We vary the C major chord with the little finger and the index finger, the A minor chord only with the index finger. And right again. Pay attention. Slowly again. Since we are varying two chords, now one last time. And now the entire chorus together again at a slightly faster pace.
Well, it's about time to put all the parts together. In the next chapter we are going to play the verse and the chorus, first in a slow speed and after that in normal speed, so you can get a feeling for the track. Let's practice it.
And now again at the right pace.
Great, sounded well. If you still need a little practice, that's absolutely natural. Just keep on repeating this lesson as often as you want, and especially in your tempo, and you will see you'll be able to play this song pretty soon. If you liked my video, please subscribe my channel, activate the bell, like this video, write something down in the comments, and share it with your friends. If you want to listen to the original song Animal Instinct by the Cranberries again, you'll find a link directly below in the video description, and the link to my cover version of it is directly here. So thank you very much for watching, have fun practicing the song, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.